There are special laws that protect seafarers. If you work on a ship that comes to the United States, or you work for a cruise line or other company that has a substantial connection to the United States. For example, many major cruise lines are based in the United States, such as Carnival, Norwegian Cruise Line, Royal, Celebrity, etc. All of those companies have a strong tie to the United States as well as a base of operation. And for those reasons, typically, the crew members are entitled to the protection of U.S. law. If you are a crew member that became sick or injured while working on a ship, you are entitled to legal protection. Regardless of fault, for the sickness or the injury, you're entitled to maintenance and cure. Cure is the payment of medical expenses. That includes everything you need from seeing the doctor, physical therapy, medical equipment, transportation to and from the doctor. You're also entitled to prompt, proper, and adequate medical care. That means you have the right to be seen by good medical providers, good doctors, and to have that care provided to you in a timely manner. When you're sick or injured, you need help right away, not to be delayed and not to be sent to a bad doctor. You're also entitled to maintenance. Maintenance is money for your food and lodging while you're sick and unable to work and you're receiving medical care at home. Maintenance and cure benefits are available until you reach the point of maximum medical improvement. That's when you either recover from your sickness or injury, or that illness or injury is permanent and no further medical care will improve your medical condition. At that point, the benefit would end. If you were injured due to fault, or you were sick due to the fault of the ship owner, your fellow employee, or the ship itself, you may be entitled to additional money compensation for your loss. That would include money for your permanent injury, your future medical needs, your loss of wages. I understand that when you become sick or injured, you're not able to work. Not only do you lose your wages, but you lose your benefits. And that is substantial. So part of your claim would include for your lost wages and benefits in the past as well as in the future, if you can't return to your job. Also, we would seek to provide you with money to compensate you for your pain, suffering, and mental anguish. I'm here to help. Contact me today to see how I can help you. Here in Miami, we enjoy the beautiful waters of Biscayne Bay and the Atlantic Ocean. Unfortunately, sometimes due to the negligence of others, accidents happen. I'm here to help those that have been injured in recreational boating accidents. I'm very familiar with the navigational rules and the rules that apply to boating. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you or your loved ones that have suffered losses as a result of a recreational boating accident. As a boater myself and a maritime attorney, I have a unique combination of skills and experience that can help you get fair compensation. Hello, I'm attorney Tonya Meister. I am a maritime law expert, board certified by the Florida Bar in Admiralty and Maritime Law. I seek justice for individuals injured in maritime accidents. I represent seafarers on all types of ships, as well as passengers on cruise ships and those injured on recreational boating accidents. Contact me today to see how I can help you. A cruise passenger must comply with the terms of their passenger ticket. If you look at your passenger ticket, there are several pages of fine print. In there, it will tell you where you're required to bring litigation. Many major cruise lines require that litigation be brought in Miami, Florida. That's because many cruise lines' base of operations are here, such as Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, Norwegian Cruise Line, etc. I, for over a decade, have successfully represented injured passengers bring claims here in Miami. I can help you if you have suffered injuries as a result of an accident on a cruise ship. Are you a crew member that's been injured working on a ship? I can help you. There are special laws in the United States that protect seafarers. One of them is maintenance and cure. Cure is the payment of all medical treatment when you become sick or injured working on a ship. You're entitled to prompt, proper, and adequate medical care. You're entitled to see the doctor, get physical therapy, medical equipment, and transportation to and from the doctor. In addition, you're entitled to maintenance. Maintenance is money for your food and lodging while you're on shore recovering from your illness or injury. You're entitled to these benefits regardless of fault. Even if you were injured due to no fault or you just became sick while working on the ship, you're entitled to maintenance and cure. This benefit continues until you reach maximum medical improvement. That's when you either recover from your sickness or injury, or you recover as much as you will ever recover, and your injury is permanent and there's no further medical treatment to improve your condition. At that point, the benefit would end. If you were sick or injured due to the fault of your employer, the shipping company, the cruise line, your fellow employee, a fellow seafarer, or due to some condition on the ship, then you may be entitled to money compensation for your damages. That would include money for your permanent injury, your lost wages in the past and in the future, your medical needs in the future, as well as pain, suffering, and mental anguish. I am passionate about representing seafarers. I used to be a seafarer. I know what it's like to leave your home for extended periods of time, be isolated on a ship, work hard day in and day out. I am passionate about representing seafarers because I understand what it's like. Behind me is the Port of Miami. This is the world's largest cruise port. Last year, over 4 million passengers went on cruises from the Port of Miami. My office is located steps from the Port of Miami. I'm here to serve you and help those that have been injured in maritime accidents. I help cruise passengers that have been injured. I also represent crew members who work on the cruise ships that suffer injuries. If you have been injured in a maritime accident, contact me for specialized maritime legal help. I help crew members that are injured working at sea. Whether you work on a cruise ship, a tugboat, a cargo ship, or a fishing vessel, I'm here to help you. There are special laws that apply to you that provide protection. You're entitled to medical care and maintenance money to live on while you're recovering from your injuries. My job is to help you get the medical care you need for the best possible recovery. And I also seek compensation for your permanent losses. I'm here to protect your future. Contact me today to see how I can help you. Hello, I'm attorney Tonya Meister. I'm a maritime law expert. I am board certified by the Florida Bar in Admiralty and Maritime Law. I seek justice for victims of maritime accidents. I seek compensation to help them with their losses. I used to work as a crew member. I was a cook for a cruise line, and I understand what it's like to work at sea and the perils involved. I'm here to help you. I'm passionate about representing injured crew members, making sure that they get the medical care that they need, and making sure that they get fair compensation for their losses in the future. Call me. I'm here to help. Behind me, you can see the Port of Miami. It is the world's largest cruise port. Last year, over 4 million passengers sailed from this port. My office is moments away in downtown Miami. I represent passengers and crew members literally from around the world. I represent people from all countries of the globe and throughout the United States. No matter where you're located, I may be able to help you. Please give me a call today. I literally represent passengers and crew members all over the world. In Miami is the home base, or Miami is the home port. I'm going to start over. Miami is the home port for most of the world's cruise lines. As a result, most of the litigation takes place here in Miami, Florida. Regardless of where you're from, I can help you. If you were injured on a cruise ship based in the United States, if you're a passenger injured on a cruise ship, it's very likely that you're required to bring litigation in Miami, Florida. I'm here to help you. If you're a crew member that worked for a company based in the United States or on a ship that traveled to the United States, you may be protected by United States law. There are special laws that protect you. There's the Jones Act, which provides a remedy for negligence. There's also the General Maritime Law, which provides medical care and money for your food and lodging while you're recovering from your illness. Contact me to find out how I can help you. There are special laws that protect crew members injured working on ships. There's a law of maintenance and cure as part of the General Maritime Law of the United States. Maintenance and cure is something you're entitled to regardless of fault. If you become sick or injured while working on the ship, you may be entitled to maintenance and cure. Cure is the payment of all medical care. You're entitled to prompt, proper, and adequate medical care, as well as money for your food and lodging while you're on shore recovering from your illness or your injury. These benefits you're entitled to regardless of fault. If you were injured due to the fault of the ship or the ship owner or your employer, then you may be entitled to compensation under the Jones Act or the Doctrine of Unseaworthiness for your injuries. You would be entitled to compensation for your permanent injury, your pain, suffering, lost wages in the future and in the past, as well as your future medical needs. I'm here to help you. Contact me today. If you're a seafarer injured while working on a ship, you may be entitled to the protections of United States law. There are special laws that are designed to protect injured and ill seafarers. If you fall sick or injured while working on a ship, you will be entitled to maintenance and cure. Cure is the payment of all medical expenses. Maintenance is money for your food and lodging while you're on shore recovering from your injury or illness. These benefits continue until you reach the point of maximum medical improvement. That is when you fully recover or you recover as much as you ever will. You're entitled to the benefits of maintenance and cure regardless of fault. This is a benefit that you're entitled to by being a seafarer. You are entitled to prompt, proper, and adequate medical care. If the ship owner does not provide you with adequate maintenance and cure, then you may have a claim for money compensation for their failure to provide you with proper maintenance and cure benefits. If you were injured due to the fault of your employer or fellow employee or due to some problem with the ship, you may be entitled to money compensation for your injuries. The money damages are designed to compensate you for your permanent injury, your medical needs in the future, your lost wages, your lost benefits, your future lost wages and benefits, as well as pain, suffering, and mental anguish. I'm here to help you if you've been injured at sea. If you've been injured in a recreational boating accident, I have the skill and expertise as a board-certified Admiralty attorney to help you maximize your recovery for this loss. It's a difficult time, so I'm here to help you navigate the legal complexities to make sure that you are made whole after the unfortunate accident. I have been practicing maritime law for over a decade. I'm a maritime law expert, board certified by the Florida Bar. Let my experience help you get justice for the unfortunate accident that happened to you. I'm here to help you. Contact me today.